time for today's guest. Lori Laughlin holds a special place in our hearts for playing the beloved Rebecca Donaldson, or Aunt Becky, on the long-running series Full House. But now you can catch her as she returns for the 6th season of Hallmark's When Calls the Heart. Take a look.
Sunday, February 24th. The most anticipated season of When Calls the Heart is here.
You just have to be willing to take a chance.
Now is the perfect time to start watching. It all comes down to heart.
I think we have to be ready for anything.
The all-new season of When Calls the Heart premieres Sunday, February 24th at 8 on Hallmark Channel.
Everyone, please give a warm Build Brunch welcome to Lori Laughlin.
Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Aunt Becky in the house.
Way too excited.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being
Yeah,
here.
thanks for being
Cute
here.
little show you got going here.
We're cute.
Yeah,
You're cute.
We're so excited. Season 6. Tell us, what can we expect? Any surprises?
Season 6. Well, we have a lot of surprises. We have some new characters this season. I have to say, I can't even believe we're at season 6. I mean, it's a miracle to get anything on the air these days. It's so hard, but to be season 6. But that's a big shout out to Hallmark for believing in the show, and to our great fan base, the Hardys, that have spread the word, and we've just kept building in the ratings. But we have a great season 6 coming up. We have few new characters, 2 new guys, that young leading men that have joined the show, Kevin McGarry and Chris McNally. They're awesome. We have romance, we have community, we have, families coming together, some drama. You gotta have a little drama here and there, but nothing like we did last season. We had a major character that from the show die last season, so that was a big one. And so we've got a little. The audience was upset. But anyway, I think moving forward, we're in a happy place. And I think everyone is going to really, really enjoy it.
No more heartbreak for the Hardys.
No more heartbreak.
No more heartbreak. We promised the Hardys we would not break their hearts anymore. So we won't. Yeah.
And this is the longest running and most watched show on Hallmark Channel.
For a series, yes.
Yeah,
it is.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
so what do you think the Hardys are
Though I think the Hardys are amped. They're so excited. In fact, we premiered with the 2-hour Christmas movie for season 6, and we aired on Christmas night, and it broke all kinds of records, and it was, over 5 million viewers, which is hard to do for cable television, especially on Christmas night.
Yeah.
And so we just have this fan base that just is growing and growing. And if you have not seen the show, it is on Hallmark Channel, but you can catch it on Netflix. So you can catch up seasons 1 through seasons 5 on Netflix right now. Yeah.
That's great. And tell us about your character, Abigail Stanton.
Abigail is a single working mom. I'm the mayor of the town, which is great fun. It's a period piece. It's set in the early 1900s. But she's strong, she's feisty. I love that she's always in the thick of everything. I'm always saying, because they always want to put me in a romance. Like, Lori, we want you to have a romance. And I was like, no, I want to be in with the boys, mixing it up. Like, I want to play cowboys and Indians. That's what I want to do. But they do. They let me get in there. I'm always like, I'm the mayor of the town. I get to be the leader in that one, which I like. I like seeing strong women. I like seeing independent women. I do have a love story this season, though, and my dear friend Rob Estes, who we did 90210 together, he came on the show for a couple episodes to play a past love of mine. So we have that coming up, which I think the fans will really like.
That's exciting. And is it those qualities that you just spoke of that drew you to the role?
Yeah, I mean, and also the writers have been very collaborative, and they really take the input that we have for our characters and what we want to do and the direction we want to go. In fact, one of our writers, when she was creating the mayor of the town, she was going to give it to one of the male lead actors, and I said, don't make him the mayor, make me the mayor. And she was like, okay, I'll make you the mayor. And so I like that, because I feel like I have 2 daughters. I've raised them to be independent, strong women. I think it's really important that women are in the workplace, in the force place, in the world, have a voice. I think all of that is important.
Absolutely.
So I like portraying a character like that, even though it's
I love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then in terms of the cast, I mean, obviously you're known as Aunt Becky and from Full House, and that cast is still a family that everybody knows. Is this cast kind of like that? Like, have you guys become a family unit?
Yes, we have, but I make them call me Aunt Becky. I'm just kidding. No, we are very tight. We are definitely, and I feel very lucky because, you hear stories all the time. These actors don't get along. This cast doesn't get along. I feel very blessed. At Full House, we had an incredible camaraderie and love for each other. We still do. We are truly a family. And on this show, it is the same. We've all come together in the same way. We are great friends. Erin Krakow, our leading lady, is one of my best friends. We text every day, like if we're not seeing each other. And it's just nice. It's nice to go to work. I'm sure you guys feel it, right? You seem like you all get along so well. Like, it's nice to go to work and be with people. It's nice to go to work and be with people you love. You know, it's nice. I mean, we work long hours, so it's, you know, it's good. We have a great crew up there in Vancouver, Canada, and so it's
What do you think makes that? Like, what makes you feel like a family?
I think it starts with the people and who they are, and we happen to. You can get one bad apple that will upset the whole apple cart for sure, but we don't have that on our set.
We're looking at them.
They're pointing to you. But we don't have that, so I think it starts with that. And then I think as a fan, when you're watching a show and you see a cast that really is connected, I think that is palpable, and you can feel it as a viewer even when you're watching it on screen. And I think it just makes you want to sit back and spend time with these people, you know, because you can see the love they have, and you want to be a part of that.
I'm sure the Hardys feel like they're part of the fam.
The Hardys love our show. I will say that they have been such a tremendous support system for our show, and they've gotten us to season 6, and the fan base just keeps growing. And I think that what Hallmark is doing right now, there's a real need for it in the marketplace. I think that we are constantly hit all day long with news just by picking up your phone. Headlines pop up, and it's not always pleasant. And I think the world, the state of the world right now is bringing people down. And I think what Hallmark is doing so well is they're bringing people up, and shining a light on what human connection looks like, and being kind, and happy endings, and stuff like that.
Well, speaking of Hallmark, you're kind of become a staple on that channel. You executive produce and star on Garage Sale Mystery.
Yes, I do.
Tell us about that.
So Hallmark has another channel called the Hallmark Movies and Mystery Channel, and I've been doing this series called Garage Sale Mystery. I just finished movie number 16. I play the same character, Jennifer Shannon. She's married with 2 kids. She's an antique dealer. She owns an antique store. And every movie, I stumble onto a murder. It's really like a throwback. It's really a throwback to Murder, She Wrote. Right. Well, we had a funny line. We had a funny line once, and they actually made us take it out. But we put it in the director's cut, and then I guess the network took it out. They didn't think it was that funny. But we had a line where our antique store was robbed. And the police are there, and they're like, and we're like, no, it wasn't a police. It was somebody else in the store, and they were like, wow. This thing got stolen, and we're like, yeah, but probably somebody robbed you. And we're like, no, we don't have a lot of robberies in town. And then my sidekick, played by Sarah Strange, she plays my best friend, she goes, murders, but not robberies. And they would not let us leave it in. But I thought it was kind of funny.
That's funny.
So you've had a really incredible career, especially in television. You mentioned you were in the 90210 reboot, you were in Hudson Street, you were in Summerland, but of course, a lot of us know you as Aunt Becky from Full House. And I want to give a shout out. So Carrie's filling in for our other co-host, Brittany, who I think looks up to Aunt Becky in a big way because she's also from Nebraska and got a television host. And she was really upset she couldn't be here today because that character is a big inspiration to her. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Brittany.
Yeah. Hi, Brittany.
Aunt Becky says
we miss you.
Full House, such an iconic show. But what was it like to come back to it in 2016?
It was surreal. First of all, the fan reaction to the show coming back was overwhelming. And then when we actually walked on the soundstage and you saw our set had been recreated.
Oh my gosh.
That was like, it gave me goosebumps.
Chills.
I was like, oh my goodness. So it was great because, well, like I said, we all stayed in touch with each other over the years, but just to be back in that capacity and playing those characters again and working together has been great fun. And Fuller House did get picked up for another season, 18 episodes. But unfortunately, and I don't know why, Netflix is saying this will be the last season. Yeah. So that's kind of a bummer because we're having a great time doing it again.
Right. So is it rougher this time saying goodbye for a second time?
Well, I think because you probably realize now although I don't know the first time around if we ever thought we'd be coming back, but now I think we know we probably won't be coming back.
In a couple of years.
But we're back again.
But it's incredible what you guys did. And also, I mean, you got to reunite with John Stamos. And I remember as a kid watching Full House, like two of you guys were like, I wish my parents were like that. What was it like working with him, and what was the fans' reception to see you guys back together?
Oh, I think the fans love Jesse and Becky. Yeah. They really do. They're quite a popular couple. And even, in fact, today it's Valentine's Day, and I just popped up on my Twitter feed or something like, happy anniversary, Becky and Jesse, and I'm like, oh, that's right, they got married on Valentine's Day. So I actually text John a picture of us from the show, and I wrote, happy fake anniversary. I sent him a text. But it was great working with him again. And you know what, John is such an old friend of mine. We've known each other since we're teenagers. That working with him is it's just seamless. Like we just have a secondhand language. We just, I don't know, our chemistry is good. We just kind of click. It's effortless. You know, it's fun.
So you mentioned that there's one final season of 18 episodes, which is awesome. That's a good amount of episodes. Can you tease anything that fans can expect?
Oh, I don't know, because I don't even think the writers have started writing.
Oh, so I think
the writers don't know.
So the writers don't know.
I don't think they've. You know, I don't know. Maybe there'll be a wedding or a couple of weddings or something like that.
Goals you'd want to see?
Where do you want Aunt Becky to?
Yeah, we want Aunt Becky to end.
I kind of like. I don't want Aunt Becky to end. I don't want her to end.
What's
Maybe
next
we can
for
get
Aunt
the
Becky?
parties to get on Twitter to reboot Fuller House again, and
Right,
be like
right.
Fuller Hearts. We'll do a mashup.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do the Becky and Jesse spin-off now.
Hey,
That would be fun.
I would watch that.
That'd be fun, right?
That would be
I think
good.
people would watch
Let's
that.
get that going.
Netflix, are you watching?
Netflix, did you hear?
Yeah.
They always
That'd be
are.
fun.
That would be fun.
Well, Lori, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.